Hey guys, welcome back to our next episode of My Morning Coffee, where the conversation is always hot, bold, and full of flavor. We're going to open it up today. Let Miss Syreeta tell you what's going to be on the agenda today. We have a lot to talk about, some cool stuff coming up, and why don't you let them know what we're going to be doing?
Oh, okay. So we're just going to jump right on into the
on
laundry
into
list.
It, girl.
Okay. So, forgive me, everyone. I was going hard in the paint for the last 2 weeks, and my old self has now officially said, sit your ass down and rest. So I am congested, but I have a Halls, I have my vampire juice. I'm going to tell you what we're doing today. So today we are actually happy spring. I don't know if we were into spring last show.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. So happy spring, everyone. Today's show is going to be all about tidying up and tidying up your home, tidying up your body, tidying up your mind. And so we have, our resident interior designer, Jesus, the offense, a part of. Her name is Today Johnson. I am really having a hard time right now, but I'm going to get through this. I can't even breathe in.
So I'll take it while you try to live. We'll also have a conversation about having a clean and tidy environment, including the people around you, them being supportive, getting rid of toxicity in your life. We'll be talking about all that. And we'll also dive into what we've been up to. Miss Gia, what have you been up to?
Oh, let me see. Since our last podcast, I took a little trip, the hubby and I. We went over to Austin, Texas. Did a little recon for possible retirement locations. Had a good time in Austin. Got a chance to listen to some good music. Went to the Urban Music Festival.
In Texas?
In Texas, yes, girl, yes.
Wait, what does that mean? Is it urban like rodeo?
Like urban music,
like
black folks music, black folks music, girl. Come on now, urban,
it's Texas.
Okay,
so Urban
Texas.
Cowboy was a John Travolta movie.
Now you know, doggone well, I'm not gonna be no urban cowboy.
You
nothing,
may be.
Okay, so no, we were at the Urban Music Festival. Okay, we went on Friday. It was really fun. Actually, our sorority sister Selena Johnson was there. She performed. She was really good. And then we got to see Backstreet, so we had some New Jack from way back in the day, back in the 90s and stuff. So I was partying all up in the air, hey. Took me back to, my days when I was young and everything. But as a matter of fact, what grade were you in when New Jack's Swing was out?
You really want to know that?
Yeah, I really want to know.
What year?
In
New Jack Swing, 92, 93.
Oh, you was just a baby, huh?
Yeah, I was in middle school.
Middle school? Oh,
yeah, I was in 7th and 8th grade.
You probably don't know nothing about that. Yeah,
oh,
but we was
why
partying.
You always
we were partying,
me, though?
And then, Dave Hollister was there too. It was awesome.
I hate the fact that you're always playing me. I don't know stuff.
So that was good.
I'm young.
Got to eat some good barbecue. Went to, I'm not really a barbecue person, but we went to a barbecue joint. The food was actually delicious. Man, delicious.
Yes. Delicious.
Yes, it was good. So then we did that. And we went to 6th Street, which is, I guess it's a big thing in Austin, 6th Street, where everybody hangs out, a bunch of bars and stuff. But the weather changed up on us. We packed, but we didn't really pack for cold weather. So we got there and it was really, really cold.
Really?
And I didn't have a proper jacket, nor did Jeff. So our time on 6th Street wasn't as long as we wanted it to be because we had plans.
Did that give y'all an excuse to go shopping though?
Well, no, because we didn't really shop about that. But Jeff had plans to go bar hopping. He was all excited. He was going here and go there. But, when a sister get cold,
it's a wrap.
Going to too many places and stuff. Then I wasn't really feeling well. I don't know if it was the food there, the breakfast food, because, I was a little bit, stomach a little bit upset. But we did have a good time. We got to see a couple good restaurants. The people were nice. The locals really treated us really good. Told us about a lot of great places. Got to see Jeff's cousin while we were there. So that was fun. So shout out to Austin.
Do you think you're going to wind up retiring there? Does it seem like somewhere that you could retire?
I don't know. There were a lot. We saw couple of homes. We met with a realtor. He took us to 3 homes. They were really nice. One home had a she shed in it. Oh, yes. It was so cute.
A she shed?
Yeah, she shed. Yeah, a she shed for me to do all my creative stuff. So I was like, oh, I'm loving it. But I don't know. We don't know for sure. We just wanted to check it out because it's something we talked about. So I don't know if we'll leave California or not. But if we do leave, Austin will probably be a place that we might consider going to.
What are the other considerations?
There's no other consideration.
Oh, it's Austin or
So
LA.
it's Austin or LA.
Yeah, Austin, LA. Yeah, we're not going to go. We had some other choices.
You ain't going to Georgia?
No, we're not going to go to Georgia. We're not going to go to Las Vegas.
Right.
And we really ain't going to Arizona. That's not happening. We ain't going to Tennessee.
Ooh.
And we're not going to North Carolina.
I didn't even know those were up for consideration.
Well, yeah, those were some places. We're trying to look for places where you get more bang for your buck, because when I retire, I really plan to be retired. So that was fun. Met some great people. Met some ladies from Dallas. They were really cool. So we hung out at the concert and stuff. Got some contacts and stuff. So they were telling me about another trip, another jazz concert that happens in I think in April that we might check out. But it was fun. So I really had a good time. What about you guys? What were you guys
Tonya
up to?
McKenzie, what you do?
Well, since the last time I seen you, my son went back to New York, and we've been chatting about internships. So looking forward to having him home for the summer. He has a lot of good opportunities coming up, so that's pretty awesome.
He's moving and shaking like his mama.
Yeah, moving like his daddy. Can't keep up with him. Raised in Chicago right now, and listening to the news and hearing about all the deaths that have taken place in Chicago, it leaves me a little bit worried. Of course, the Nipsey thing has happened, and we're definitely going to discuss that. Kids are on spring break now, so we've been talking about what our travel plans are going to look like. Spoke at a women's networking and brunch event yesterday.
Yes, you did. Yes,
that was pretty interesting. It was pretty entertaining. Some of the ladies that were there. One of them said, you need your own YouTube channel, and that's not really my thing, but it is my thing to, it's important to have that
Give
conversation.
the people what they want.
Well,
she was good, Syreeta. Those women were eating everything she was saying. They were eating it up.
I'm so
but she
sorry
gave some
I
good
missed
nuggets, about branding and your personal brand and brand identity and stuff. Your girl is,
I mean, that's why she's here.
She's awesome. Exactly.
The thing is, I think that we as African American women need to position ourselves better.
For sure.
There are things that we could be doing that make us a little more competitive, that help us stand out. Really taking advantage of our strengths instead of feeling like we need to mold ourselves into something that other people want us to be. We really need to concentrate on our strengths and be able to attract that ideal client, that ideal customer to their business. So just being able to have that conversation and letting them know that you are enough and what you have to offer is important. And it's something that's obviously missing in the market, or else you wouldn't be offering it, right? There is clients and customers for everybody. So being able to have that conversation with women that we're talking about getting into their next phases in their careers, the businesses that they wanted to open up and what was holding them back from that, having that fear of maybe they weren't good enough. It's good to hear that.
That is so important.
But being able to give it back to them and let them know, look, I can tell where you can carve out your niche and how your branding would be different based on what you have to offer and those special attributes that you have. So we did that.
It was really good. What I took away from there, we got we call them accountability partners and stuff.
Oh,
so
good.
we had to partner up with somebody and
that you didn't know.
That didn't know. Exchange information, and we have a timeline, so we have to check in with each other to see where we are about our goals, things we wanted to accomplish this year, whether it's in our business, our personal life, or whatever. So it was called the here, the now, and the there. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The here, the there, and then
the now.
Where you are right now and how you get to the there.
Yeah.
And those accountability partners. But you got to look at, who's the bully in the group.
Yeah.
It was Gia. No, I'm just playing.
No. There was some A personalities there. It really was.
Yeah.
But no, it was overall it was really great. Nice group of ladies that attended and stuff. And, of course, our Tonya, she did awesome. As always.
I try not to embarrass y'all in public. So with that being said, just in spring break now, trying to enjoy that time with the kids. And what's up with you? What you been up to?
I've actually have a lot that I've done since the last time we spoke. Of course, as always, therapy is a huge part of my life and I love being able to go to therapy. And the last couple weeks has been about gratitude and really being grateful for the life that I've been afforded and being with you all, but also the life that I've been afforded. And I don't know if I've shared this on My Morning Coffee, but I was raised by my godparents. And so my godmother was like 22 or 23 when I went to live with them.
Okay.
And
I didn't know that.
yeah, and so just knowing that a young woman, just kind of now being a woman in her late 30s, thinking back to when I was in my early 20s and the level of responsibility that is and that would take, and what it meant in her own life is really a beautiful thing to come to. And they were married. They were both married young, and so bringing in a younger person is a beautiful thing. And so I really am learning how to not only tell my story and share my story, but also have gratitude, because there was a lot of bumps and turns along the way, but really being grateful for that. So that was one thing. Excuse me. The reason that I probably have this cold is because I was acting like I was grown and fast. And so it does. I had the opportunity to go to the NAACP Awards, the Image Awards.
I saw
you.
that.
Yes.
You looked amazing.
Yes.
Thanks. I cleaned up well. Y'all don't know.
Yes.
Thank you. It was a really, really good time. I went with two of my really good friends, both out of D.C. One is Dr. Gina Page, which she left yesterday. I was really hoping that she was able to stay, but she's
in the wind.
Amazing. She is the co-founder of AfricanAncestry.com, which is like the DNA 23. It's not like 23andMe and Gina. My apologies for even mentioning their names, the others involved. But she and her partner have revolutionized the DNA, where you can actually get your results of where on the continent you are from, the actual tribe and the country that you're from on the continent. And for her and her partner, it was really about reconnecting Black people to the continent in a way that we haven't been able to before. And also my really good friend Diallo Sumbri, who I'm giving a shout out to, but he is doing a partnership with the NAACP called Jamestown to Jamestown. And the reason that it's so important is because this is the 400th year to commemorate the first slave that has settled in the Americas. So this is where 400 years of slavery comes from. So this is actually the 400th year. And he's doing a program called Jamestown to Jamestown, which is a year of return, where he's working with the NAACP to have people go from Jamestown, Virginia, which is where the first African slave settled, to Jamestown, Accra in Ghana. Oh, wow. To celebrate the year of return. And so that's happening, I think, August 18th through the 28th of this year. Okay. So if you are interested, I think we should do a My Morning Coffee from Accra. Because that would be be super dope.
If we can get some sponsorships, get us to Accra, we can do My Morning Coffee from Accra. Sounds good to me.
So that was dope. And then you guys would be happy to hear me and my Sands got together for our Sweet 16.
Hey.
And we took pictures, and we were super cute. There's 6 of us. We were super cute.
No level of modesty there.
No.
Okay. So y'all was super cute?
We were super cute. And we had... No.
Okay. So how cute was y'all?
We were... Yeah, you gonna get them like everybody else. We had a professional photographer. It was no iPhones, no Samsungs.
They weren't professional on us.
Professional.
Yes.
And guess what? We were dressed by who? This one over here. What? Mahogany Box made our shirts.
Y'all was rocking some Mahogany Box shirts. Oh my God.
You guys will be able to see them. We were hella cute. So
on the yard too. On the yard.
Yes.
At Seasun.
We took pictures.
Went back to Seasun?
We went back to Seasun, and it's completely different. And
where it all started.
It was a really special time. So I'm really thankful to have such an amazing group of women. And we hadn't seen each other. We hadn't all been together in 13 years.
Oh, wow. Well, we can't wait to see those pictures from
Yeah.
the professional photographer.
Oh, shout out to Tyree Vance at Advanced Images, because he's going to make us look skinny. He's going to make our skin clear. He's going to give us...
We need him for a shoot. He's going to make us look skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, he's probably going to get...
What's his name again?
Tyree Vance.
Tyree Van. We coming looking for you.
At Advanced Images. He's going to give me some booty. I'm sure.
You getting some booty, girl. Ooh,
I'm going to get some booty.
Okay, I can't wait to see these pictures.
Yes, I'm excited. So it was a beautiful time. It was a beautiful
go
time.
Have some booty.
OMG.
And I have red juice in my cup.
Very good.
She says red juice, but I don't know, y'all.
Very good.
It's helping me out. And I have my hand sanitizer because clearly I can't breathe or speak. So hand sanitizer as well. And Halls. So I'm good.
Let's go ahead and get into...
do we have to?
We have to.
Okay.
The Nipsey Hussle situation that has taken place.
Situation or execution?
Both.
Okay.
I think the situation are the conspiracy theories.
Well, we did a whole live about that, so you know how I feel about it.
But the reality is...
Yeah.
Someone from our own community took out someone from our community.
But that's what the government does. They use us in the community to take us out.
We're complicit.
We are complicit.
And that's not okay.
And that is not okay.
So I've been trying to figure out myself why this is bothering me so much. And I think it is because I have also been a survivor of gun violence. But the worst part about it is that, people like this, they're hella weak. I don't really have another word for it. It's just hella weak. And it's not just them that are hella weak. It's the people that also know what they are going to do. For instance, when people like this do things, usually they're running their mouth. So I'm sure this guy was running his mouth to somebody about what he was going to do. The person that sat there and kiki ha-ha'd about what this fool was about to go do and allowed him to go do that in our community is just as weak as the person that did it.
Yeah.
I am over those people in our community. I'm tired of the excuses about why we continue this genocide in our own community. There is no excuse. Mm-hmm. And then they use mental health as another crutch into why we continue to move in this direction. I'm over that too. And I need for that to stop. If you had mental health issues before it happened, you should have been seeking help, or the people around you should have been getting help for you.
However,
they don't. And it continues. And it's causing trauma on so many other levels in our community. Nobody thought about, so the person that did it and the kiki ha-ha person that was egging him on or allowing him to do it, never once, I'm almost sure they never once thought about the children he was leaving behind. They never once thought about the people in the community that hear the gunshots that will continuously ring in their ears. The people that are going to be afraid to go and shop in their community because these things continue to happen. But no one's thinking about that. The after effect, the depression that this woman is going to suffer because she has lost the man in her life. The children that have to watch the depression of this woman because that is their mother. No one thinks about those types of repercussions, but they exist, and we continue to talk about them. So acting like they're not there or that we are uneducated is a farce. That is not true anymore. We cannot continue to keep acting like we don't have the conversations, like it's unknown, like these are new revelations. These are things that have been going on for years. 20 plus years ago, 30 years ago, I was in a house and a man was shot in front of me. No one thought about the children. No one thought about the woman. No one thought about any of that. But it has continued to perpetuate in our communities. Mm-hmm. And it's time. It is time for us to start relieving ourselves of those excuses. It's no more. So, I know from a mental health standpoint, you have a different perspective.
I do.
But from someone that has actually lived through it and has seen the kind of damage that it does long term and generation after generation, mm-hmm. I have no compassion for that kind of behavior.
And I don't think our take on it is that much different. But the part that I believe we differ on a little bit is in terms of the mental health piece. I do believe that is still a mental health struggle. It is still, even though he may be using it as an excuse, for someone to even be in a space where they could act out something so heinous is a mental wellness issue. Now, he may not have been, I don't know, I don't want to speculate, but homicidal tendencies and suicidal tendencies are a part of mental wellness. And anybody who can wrap their mind around doing anything to harm not only a person but their community, you're struggling somewhere. And we only have the language for it right now to call it mental health. I think it's also weakness, but mental health weakness and mental wellness go together sometimes. That doesn't mean that everyone that has mental wellness challenges are weak, by no means. But this man was homicidal. And there's no one that's in that have all of their faculties and are in the capacity of greatness to be able to do something like that. So it may not be what we traditionally think or traditionally see as a mental wellness challenge, but it absolutely is.
Well, I have to agree. I think this whole incident has affected a lot of people. And you are right. I'm not a mental health therapist. I probably only had maybe 1 or 2 classes in college to deal with psychology and stuff.
That's enough.
So by no means. But you are right. There is some kind of mental health as piece of it when you talk about homicidal type things and suicidal type things. I work with the mentally ill in my profession, and I hear those things. But I think what has people upset or people feeling some type of way when they start throwing out the mental health thing, they're using it as a crutch, as because he was suffering from mental illness or he had mental health issues. That's why he did what he did.
Right. And not everybody who struggles with mental wellness is going out killing people.
And that's why I think the piece that's probably getting a lot of people fired up, because it seems as though he ran to try to, when he got arrested, went to a mental health place, outpatient type hospital facility. Yeah. To try to, to seek help and to try to use that. So people are like, oh no, bro, you're not going to be able to use this to get away or get off. So that's what people think. He's going to try to use it to maybe get off from what he did. But no, what he did what he did, and it is emotional. We all are affected by this. And even people in the law enforcement community, are affected by this. This young man, despite what people talk about his past, and stuff like that. A lot of us all grew up in the inner city, okay? Mm-hmm. We all were on the block at some point. Some of us just left the block earlier than others. Some of us stayed on the block, okay? But this was a young man who was all about positivity. He was all about inspiring and uplifting young people in the community. He was able to reach people that people like me can't reach, okay? People like you guys can't reach. A different generation. He was speaking to a generation. But he also touched older people too. I've seen all kinds of things on Facebook where people have made comments about the kind of person he was, how he would come. Some women were selling things and he would buy stuff from them, and also the booth next to them and stuff like that. He was really about being an entrepreneur and showing young people how you can take your skills and parlay them into a business, and you can make money the legal way.
And that's dangerous.
The legal way is dangerous and stuff.
And the conspiracy theorist in me, that is dangerous when you are attempting to unlock the minds of not only a generation but a race that has been oppressed. We just talked about the whole year of return being 400 years. 400 years of being told that you're nothing, 400 years of having your religion, your culture, your food, your women, your children stripped from you. That isn't something that, and it's perpetuated even though we may not be in slavery now. And I think this is where, like I said, the conspiracy theorists and the bigger conversation to me is that there are tactics that are still being used in our communities by people who have a lot of money, who have a lot of influence, and are trying to exterminate us. And unfortunately, we're not, we don't feel empowered enough to
you're right.
go against that.
You're right, but I don't.
But there's no other race that has been that this is 400 years of anything.
No, I
to
get
any
all
other
that,
race.
but right now, to me, I don't. A lot of people. Everybody has these theories, and when I, about what's happening, this and that.
Excuse me.
But to me, I don't want to give the energy to these conspiracy theorists and these other people. Okay, because the issue is we lost a young man, a young man from our community that was doing good, and I hope the people in our community will take what he was about and be inspired to continue to do the good work that he was doing and be better and stop all this, killing, stop all this black on black type crime, stop victimizing each other. That's what we're doing, okay? We're victimizing each other. He got something, people mad because he got something, so now I want to take him out, or she got something, but it's happening all the time. We need to stop doing that. We need to support what we're doing in the community. Okay, promote what we're doing in the community in a positive way and move forward. This, right now, my heart goes out to this man's family. Lauren London. His kids, because he was doing good, and he's gone now, and we still don't really know why. And that's the whole thing. Will we really know why this man is no longer here with us? And that's hard for me.
This is my question: if we are a people that have been able to rise up against just about every evil that is placed up against us, why do we still continue to allow ourselves to say that we are still under this slavery mentality? Right. We have been able to move past that. So I think
not
it is
all
not
of us.
giving.
I don't think we have.
You're right. Not all of us. Why have we not been able to? Because most of our ancestors, to even get us this far, have fought damn hard to get us out of places like Mississippi and Louisiana, where we are being suppressed, to uplift their families. So it's hard for me to understand when someone goes ahead and allows themselves to be weakened by the man and their mentality to a place where we're destroying each other, when all we've ever been taught by our ancestors is to uplift each other. If that wasn't true, we wouldn't even be where we are right now. So it is again a sign of weakness when we allow ourselves to say, because we've been suppressed. Hell yeah, we've been suppressed, but we've also uplifted. So those that choose to take that road of suppression and murder and destruction in our families, when that's not what we've been taught in all these years, I don't buy it. And we need to stop allowing that to handicap our ability to move past it. We are done with the handicap of saying, because this is where we've been, this is why we are. No, he is how he is because he is a weaker man, and he is unable to uplift himself and allow the upliftment of his people to move him past where he's at. This is not about what America is doing to us. This is what he is allowing himself to be involved in to take out somebody else from our community. I will not anymore allow that to be an excuse. We are better than that. We have proven better than that.
We are.
Okay. Well,
we are better
obviously
than that.
This is really this is a topic and a subject that has really touched a lot of us, a lot of people, touched us all in many different ways, and it's heavy. This is a heavy.
It's a huge
this coffee
loss.
Right now is strong and
it's
heavy.
bold.
It's bold.
And it's bold.
So we're going to go to break, and when we come back from break, we're going to have Miss Tonya Johnson, one of the principals of the Divas, of the Three Designing Divas, going to be with us, telling us about tidying up, spring cleaning out our house, our cabinets, our cars, our purses, our circle
our friends.
She just going to dish it all when we come back.
All right.
Support for KCAS
just kidding.
is provided by We Groove Entertainment.
Welcome back, guys, to My Morning Coffee. I'm Tonya.
I'm Gia.
And I'm Syreeta.
And we are bringing to you one of the three designing divas, Miss Tanisha Johnson.
Oh, really? You're going to use my
Your
whole
whole gummit.
full legal name?
Whole gummit.
AKA Tanae. Tanisha. I have 10
Go
names.
ahead and let us know about yourself.
Okay, well, thanks. I'm happy to be here with you, ladies. I love the podcast so far. I love what you were... the topic you were discussing was heavy, but I was really taking the information in. My name is Tanisha. Everyone calls me Tanae Johnson. I am one of the principal designers for 3 Designing Divas. We've had our business about 5 years now, but I've been an interior designer about 13 years.
Yay.
And I started my career in psychology. I went to CSUN with these ladies here. And I was in psychology for a while, and I did love that field, and I still do. I still have a passion for that, but I really wanted to find a way to marry psychology and design. I feel like interior design is really important in the world. There is a lot to it. It's more than just putting some pillows around or, doing a new sofa. I really feel that proper design can really change your life. And design is really used to solve problems. So that's what we do. We're problem solvers.
So has interior design always been a passion of yours?
It has been. I guess it was, and I never really knew that. My dad collected antiques, and so we would go to different places and look at antiques, and I was into that. But I guess I really didn't know that you could have a career in interior design. So when I went to school, I didn't think it was an option. So I didn't follow it. I did psychology, was interesting. I thought, well, I can get a job. Got a job. Yeah, that was the goal. But I did always love it. And so I thought after being in the psychology field for about 10 years, I went back to school for interior design and architecture. So, and that's really my passion.
So this segment is about spring cleaning. So by chance, do you have any thoughts about the Netflix show
Tidying Up?
Tidying Up.
I have not seen the show.
Okay.
It's funny because before I owned my business, I watched a lot of interior design shows. But now when you design every day,
Right.
all day, that's the
part.
last thing
Right.
I want to watch when I go home. So I typically don't watch. I try to every now and then just to see what people are doing. So I haven't seen the show. I haven't seen it yet.
Were you like a HGTV guru?
I was.
You were?
I was. But now in what I do, it's not that I don't like HGTV. I just feel like it gives consumers and clients a false idea of what design is and how long it takes and the amount of time and energy that it takes. So I feel like it does a disservice in a sense.
Yeah. I didn't watch the show recently. I think I watched it a couple of months ago.
Tidying Up?
Yeah, as some homework, because the girls, they give me homework, and they know.
That's because you don't be up on stuff.
Yeah, I don't be up on everything. So I did watch it, and it was a cute little show. She was showing you how to, fix and organize and fold up your little stuff nice and neat and put in drawers. And
I
stuff.
enjoyed her a lot.
That was cute and all, but I think that probably would drive me crazy after a while. Because,
Wow.
especially when you have to wash, when you're washing clothes, you washing a couple loads of clothes, and you got to sit and you think, I got to fold
It's
this
called
stuff
creating
up,
gratitude.
like really small and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff, and then the whole thing is get rid of stuff
Sparks
that don't
joy.
mean nothing to you and stuff. I was like, well, shoot, everything.
Well, I
makes-
do agree with
you know,
that. I
see?
do agree with
And that's
getting
why
rid of
you got-
things that are
Okay.
not meaningful.
Who on this
Well,
panel
listen,
got a
this
whole
is
lot
how
of
we-
shit
This is how we
in their
tidy up.
closet right
Well,
now?
see,
Not me, because
This is how
I
we
spark
tidy up
joy.
in the McKenzie house. We get a trash bag.
And you just start throwing stuff.
And
Yeah.
but your kids may get swept up in it too.
They
They get thrown and
They
put
stay
on.
out the way, and that's the rule. If it's in the way and no one's using it,
It
it's
goes
going
in the
garbage.
trash.
So if it's important to you, you put it up.
That's why when I come to your house, I sit in one place. I won't be in the way because I don't want to.
I toss you up and
I
put you in the
I go to her house
put you in
yesterday.
the trash
I went
with
upstairs.
everything.
I sat right in the couch and stayed in one place.
sat
I'm
in
like,
the
I'm
corner.
not moving because they was cleaning up too. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
moving because I don't want to be in the way, and then I wind myself up in the trash can at Tonya house.
But I really appreciated the whole sense of there's 5 different parts, and I would encourage everyone to at least see one episode. But really doing things and put the part that had me was taking all of the clothes and putting them on the bed. And so you get to see all of the shit that you've accumulated over the
and don't wear and aren't going to wear.
It got tags
Excuse me, I
on.
don't.
So
don't,
we
don't
have
refer to my clothes as shit because my clothes.
I mean, I wasn't looking at you, but my wandering eye
well,
may
I'm saying,
have
but
been.
the way you said it, my clothes mean
So
something.
every piece
So-
has a story.
Yeah, every
Somebody
piece
was
has a story.
triggered.
Yes,
Someone
it does.
was
Someone's
triggered.
So this is the
panel,
rule
yes.
in my house. Well, at least for me. I can't buy anything new until I get rid of something new.
I do that too.
Yeah.
So
I do that.
My,
Yeah,
Jeff
my
has that
husband
rule.
has instilled some
Yeah.
rules.
Oh, Jeff has that rule. But
Jeff
you
has
Yeah,
that rule.
Jeff has
and he's
that
been
rule.
trying to instill that rule on me.
Right.
You know, and I'm a work in progress.
You're working on it.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I don't
you know.
feel like you're really working on it,
know,
though.
I think
Because
she's-
I didn't
she's
see...
trying. She's
stuff.
trying.
She
She's
brings
trying.
stuff and she gives us.
Yes,
Oh, she
I'm
gives
a-
us
It may not
goodies.
look like it because she has
So much
So
stuff.
when,
Tanae,
you know,
see,
you do.
you know what,
You do.
Tanae,
You know I
what?
love you.
You know
And
what?
I'm a mini.
See?
You know I
So
I
now you-
have
now-
a lot of stuff too. But I do subscribe to what Tanya's saying about when I bring some. The other day, I went shopping and I got some new
Y'all,
things.
I'ma show y'all
and
the
I
evil-
cleaned out my
I'm gonna show y'all
closet.
the evil eye.
10
We only
I
got
cleaned
so
out
many.
about 10 pair of shoes.
Only got so many hangers, right? So
right,
something
right.
else needs to be hung up.
things that
something
spark
needs to go.
joy. If
Right.
and the fact, and also the
Food
fact that she,
sparks joy.
Yes.
the fact
right.
that she goes
have
in
priorities.
and blesses the house before she starts
I love that.
was a
I
really
love that.
beautiful thing.
is beautiful.
She like gave gratitude to the house for being a safe place and all these other things. And I sage my house once a week because of all of the different energies that come in and out. I don't give a hell if y'all looking
Well,
at
you
each
know
other.
what? I'm gonna give
like that.
look. I'm
I
gonna
like
give
that.
gratitude to this necklace that I have on.
And
Your
this
ass.
one-
that you
and
created.
and mine as well.
necklace.
This
And
is a
actually, I
mahogany
wore
box
it because
necklace.
it's fuchsia, and I knew this was like Tanae's favorite color, so
It
I
is
wore
one
it
of
in
my
honor
favorite
Tanae.
colors. It is.
You know, so,
and I wore some of your,
yeah.
beautiful
So,
pieces.
Yeah, so there's the gratitude that we're given.
Right.
Okay, right.
So how did the three designing divas come about and come together? And who are your partners?
Well, funny story. Well, it may not be that funny to you, but funny to us. So there were three of us that worked at a custom design showroom. And I always wanted my own business, and I tried to start it on my own, but as many of you know, I'm great at design. I'll give myself that. But the bookkeeping, the social media, the contracts.
That's why we work.
all of the things that it takes
Yeah.
to build a business.
Yes.
I was like, no. So I happened to be speaking to Denise, who's one of my business partners, one day, and we just came up with an idea. We just started talking. We went to dinner, and we just had this great idea about building a business. And what I love is that Denise is everything that I'm not. So she's a little bit younger. And so she's a millennial. She has the social media background. She has a real estate background. She's really, we're both really intelligent, but we just have different strengths. She loves the social media. That's not my thing. And
Sound
so,
like Tonya.
Yeah.
and so, although she does post a lot, so
She-
yeah.
That's why
that's
with
why we
these
work.
ladies,
Right.
That's why you got to keep some young people around you.
That's right.
Because it keeps you energized
Yes.
and it keeps you up on things. They're getting me up to speed.
No, Tonya
So,
is, because I'm not giving you up to speed.
Yeah,
I can't even get Syreeta to get a logo.
yeah. So,
well, yeah, that's-
so yeah.
I don't need that going
But
on live.
it's funny that
Need a logo,
it's
yeah.
funny you say that you guys work together. You both love doing designing. Well, all three of you guys, and you had a meeting and you came together, and then you formed the three designing divas.
and
So, so really, it was a collaborative effort.
It was a collaborative effort. We had a third partner that started with us, and then she had to leave. She came back for a while, and now she's going on to something else. But we brought in another partner who does because although I went to design school and I'm creative and all of that, the drawing aspect. When I went to school, they just started CAD, so now they have CAD and all these other programs that really assist you in designing. So we brought on a young woman who just graduated from design school, and she knows how to do all of that.
So, would you say it's good to you can't do it all. You realize that you can't do it all. You're trying to, you want to own a business, but you realize you can't do it all. So you think it's important to collaborate with people and bring other people on board to create a better business or a business.
I do. I think collaboration is extremely important. I know Tonya does branding. I've talked to her about different brand management. You're very creative. We've met, I think, meeting with other entrepreneurs, other like-minded people. other Black women, other whoever, just to get energy from them. And it could be something that you haven't really thought about, that you go, oh, that's a good idea. We hadn't thought about doing it that way. So I think when you try to do it by yourself, it doesn't work. I think everybody needs somebody. And yes, you can have your own business by yourself, but it really, for me, I like the collaboration.
Why don't you let us know one of your, or maybe two of your top projects that you've been able to work on?
That's a good question. Well, one that you probably know.
That was the lob.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I was so I applied to be a designer for the Zeta Sorority National Headquarters. It was undergoing a huge remodel. They reached out. I had several sorority sisters email me and say, you need to apply. I was like, I don't know, maybe I probably won't get it, doubting myself.
That fear.
So this one over here, Gia, Miss Gia was like, you need to.
That sounds like.
I want to know when you send it. So I sent it. It took a few weeks. I had an interview, took a few more weeks, and then I got the call that I had been selected to be the chair of the design team for our national headquarters. So
awesome.
It was a 3-year project. It was amazing. It was a really great project, the best project of my life. I learned so much, and I was able to give back, which I think is extremely important. So I was able to give back to the sorority that I love so much, and to create something for our headquarters. So that was the best
team,
project.
You guys did an awesome job. The whole entire team. It's beautiful.
And again, collaboration.
I haven't been inside
physically,
great. But the pictures I've seen, it's phenomenal. So you guys really hats go off to you guys. You guys really should feel good about the finished product, because there's a lot. 3 years is a long time to volunteer your time and your skills to create something as beautiful as you guys did. So you guys all should be commended for that. So
Thank you.
Really well. And then what's another project that you worked on that?
I've had a couple. I think the one that we're working on right now, we're working on a few, but we have one in Villa Park, which is a complete remodel. So the client is building the house from the ground up.
Wow.
And we got to come in at the very beginning with the contractor. So we get to pick all the flooring, all the hard surfaces, designing all the bathrooms, the kitchen, the exterior. And they're replicating an Italian villa in Tuscany.
Okay.
So we've done a lot of research on what the finishes are, and that's been a really great project. So,
cool.
So one of the things that you've said to me before about your space and making that space your safe place, your home. Talk to me about how you walk people through that process, and also, is it expensive to have an interior designer?
Well, nothing's free.
Darn it.
So it does cost, but to me, the expense is worth it, because we really try. I think one thing that we do really great is that we listen well. And a lot of designers, I'm not saying all, but a lot don't. They just say, oh, white's the newest thing. You need a white sofa, a white rug. This is what you need. I don't care that it doesn't go with you got 4 kids, but that's the thing that you should do. We don't do that. So we really take our time, really try to listen to the client, what their needs are. How they want to function in their space is really important. So if you have children, we would select fabrics and things that work with those children. We really try to create spaces that when you come home, you feel peace and joy. And I think that's really important, that your space should really be a sanctuary for you. And I think that's how we're able to marry the psychology background, because there is a psychology to design, to color, to what you put in your home, to the energy in your home. So if you go home every day and you're not happy, or you feel like, oh, my space is horrible, or, nothing's right, or it's cluttered, or so it's whatever that means to you to create that space. We really work with the clients to make sure that their space is peaceful and it's a sanctuary. And I think that's, a lot of people don't do that enough. Your home should really be that for you, and whatever that means for you.
And can you also speak a little bit in terms of the decluttering, or giving some helpful hints on how to actually spring clean? Because I think for many people, it's an overwhelming task to think about spring cleaning and getting rid of things. Right. And so can you help people understand how to get started with your spring cleaning? And for me, I'm always interested in the psychology piece of how clutter increases anxiety and stress. And so if you can speak to both of those.
I do feel that decluttering is really important. I think what you have to do, you can't do it all in one day because it could be a bit overwhelming. So I believe you just take one space at a time. You think about, does this piece bring me joy? If it has negative memories, it has to go. If it has, I think you should have things in your home that you look at and they tell a story, whatever that story is for you. Maybe you've traveled, maybe you've, your grandmother gave you something. So I think you start by just taking out the things that don't bring you joy. Donating, giving to others, so you don't really feel like a sense of loss because you're giving it to someone else who can use it. So I really just feel like you take a little bit at a time. You don't try to do it overnight. I'm a huge organizer. I love organizing. I love baskets. I love anything where you can just
That's
put
what
a
Marie
bunch
was
of
talking
stuff.
about, putting them in boxes in stores, container
If you go to
store.
my office, I have a lot of stuff. I'm not a minimalist. I do have stuff. But I put it in baskets. I like to label things. That's just who I am. I've always been like that. So I think if you catalog it and categorize it and kind of put it in its place, it does help. One thing that I do, like once a week, I try to organize my office or just try to start with a clean space. So sometimes I'll just take everything off my desk so that I'm not starting a project with clutter. Because then, to me, I'm not able to think through what I need to think through with the project if I have a bunch of clutter. That's just what works for me. I think organizing and just taking a little bit at a time. And if you're talking about freshening up, I mean, there's little things that you can do in your home that maybe you don't have a huge budget, but you want to do a few things. You can you can paint. Painting is a huge thing and you really need to think about the color that's on your walls. Does it bring you joy? There's a psychology to different colors. Red makes you more hungry. So if you're on a diet,
don't
perhaps
do that
don't
one.
paint your kitchen red. Your bedroom should be soothing, so a soothing color. So those are things that we walk the clients through. It's not, there's a whole process. But painting, bringing in new pillows, so refreshing, moving things around, adding artwork. Those are small things that you can do if you're not. We can't afford to overhaul because most people can't. It's expensive. Yeah. And then you can do things in stages to where you can get your home to something that works for you.
What is your advice to moms and homes with lots of kids? Because one thing I have learned is that you cannot overwhelm yourself with the tasks of the day, which can be a plethora depending on how many kids you have.
Right.
So what is your best advice to keeping your sanity, keeping your home decluttered, and still not looking like you don't care?
Hire a housekeeper. No.
We've done that.
That's one thing.
We do that.
No, I think we work with a lot of clients. Most of our clients are moms. Most have more than one child. Some have jobs that they work. Some are stay-at-home moms. Again, I think just taking things step by step, decluttering, we have moms that they do organize. So maybe it's not that I have time to sit here and clean out a whole room or a whole closet. Maybe I just put something away in this basket. At least it's kind of organized. Really bringing in pieces that your children can live on. So you're not, don't touch that, don't touch this, don't do that. Again, the white sofa theory. We have 4 children. We're sitting, and you can't go on this white sofa. So we really try to work with the family and see how do they want to live. Do they have a dog? That's important. Then we don't bring in silk. We would bring in fabrics that work for that family and how they're going to use the space. And we really try to encourage the moms, just like it's not that like really you do what you can. You can kind of just try to sweep things kind of around, so that it doesn't look like
crazy
it's
as
cluttered and crazy. But I mean, you're a mom, so obviously that's your first priority. But I think if you start by just taking the small steps and start with the organizing and kind of putting things in its place and really creating environments that work for children. Sometimes we have children who are clients, so we've done bedrooms for children. We work with the child. What do you want to see in your room? What colors do you like? We want to they're a client too. So we really want them to feel like they had a hand in creating their space. And we've had several kid clients, and they were very happy with their space. So, and it worked for them, whatever works for them.
Very good. Okay. Do you work with hoarders?
We would. We've obviously I've seen hoarders many times. And really, I would say yes. To me, hoarding it is more of a psychological,
It's emotional.
and emotional, and they're tied to things. So I have in the past, I've had a couple friends who I've tried to work with to help them.
That are hoarders?
Yes.
Hoarder friends?
Yes. Well, I've had a couple. I didn't know until I went to their house and I discovered that.
I feel like we know people.
You know people,
Right.
You know some, and you may not know that they are.
Right.
But they had not to the point of the show where you're
Where they're like
dead
finding cats
under
and stuff.
but
That is
just
the
a lot
worst.
of stuff. And what I
You
found
see,
is
you see somebody is silent,
I know
right?
somebody's silent, but it wasn't the person that's silent.
Oh no, it's not me.
she's not the
But I know people that are hoarders in the true hoarding sense and stuff. I just happen to like things
Stuff.
and
She
stuff.
likes
and,
things.
And but I do give things away.
Yeah,
You do.
share.
All the
I
time.
do
Generous
share.
heart.
And as a matter of fact,
You
I'm
do
going to be
share.
sharing soon. I'm probably going to have, maybe I should call it the mahogany box tidying up
There you go.
yard sale or something.
There you go.
Wait, am I
So,
going
that
to be
was
able
the
to get some
giveaway.
stuff?
There you go.
Yes,
of
you know,
course,
so,
of course.
yeah.
Yard sale. I thought it was the giveaway.
Well, I do give
What did I
away.
miss?
She does give away.
You said,
She's
what I
also
missed?
selling.
But
It's a liquidation sale. It's a
Right.
clear. It's the
I don't
tidying
want to call it
up.
a liquidation sale. I'm trying to call it
But it's
tidying up.
it's the energy, and you take stuff out. You get stuff.
It's going to
in.
be the
Right.
mahogany box
Okay.
gratitude.
There you go.
Giveaway.
Spark
There you
joy
You keep calling it a
extravaganza.
giveaway.
Yeah.
I see how you tried to get that.
Extravaganza.
Yard sale. But I do every month or every so many months. I have this thing. Actually, Tonya and I started. It's called the Z Closet. And we started
been a
going through
recipient.
our closet. Well, what's owed to you might be new to someone else, right? And her and I came up with the concept. So we would bring clothes out of our closet, and
Yeah, I
we would
think I
take
got
it
some
to our
shoes for that.
chapter meeting,
Uh-huh.
and we would donate to the chapter members. And a lot of people have gotten a lot of great things. And one
That's
sorority
beautiful.
sister said she hasn't been shopping within a whole year just because she would come to the Z Closet. It's because,
That is beautiful. I like that a lot. That should be a
Thing.
actual
national
thing.
program.
Yes.
Well, no, actually, Tonya and I,
we
we talked about it. We
talked
talked
about
about making it a nonprofit. So we have some things in the work. Her and I were
I
trying
love
to do
that.
some stuff. But, yeah, and I have a lot of nice things that I
Yes,
do
you
give
do.
away. And I keep my things
You and
nice,
Jeff,
so,
actually.
So they're pretty nice. So you guys, if you're a size 8 shoe, you might
I am.
be a recipient of some.
You may come
nice
up on
stuff.
some stuff.
Yeah, you are, but see,
But you're giving
not
away
wearing,
those
I'm
heels,
giving away
yeah.
all those nice heels
Can't
that I
do
used
those
to wear
anymore.
when I was, a young whippersnapper.
Bopping in,
right.
in these streets.
You were in these
when I was,
streets with those heels
not
on.
my streets, no, my work, work heels. When I was, when I was the detective and everything,
right. You
solving
had to have your
crime
suit
out
on.
there,
Solving
in the
crime in
streets.
heel,
I was
one hill at a
sharp,
time.
I was, fast.
One pump at a time, solving crime.
Right, and stuff. So, and I had relationships with a few shoe designers. Me and Stuart Wiseman, we had an ongoing
A thing.
for a while.
Y'all had a
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, but now I'm over him. So I broke up with him, and so he has to go because negative energy, right?
Negative
so
energy.
he's going.
He's going.
So you guys might be able to come up on some good stuff if you stay tuned, and you'll hear about it.
So, Tonya, where can we find you?
Right.
Where?
Where you at?
How can you find?
Yes.
Yeah, how can we? Oh, tonight I did want to ask you.
Yes.
Because I follow you. I saw that you guys are getting ready to venture into. Can I say it? Some commercial stuff.
Yes.
Yes. Can you real quick? I know we're running out of time, but can you tell us? You guys gonna start doing some interior designing in commercial spaces?
Yes. So we are partnering with a commercial design firm. They design systems furniture, so furniture that you see in offices. And they are bidding on projects that want interior design. They know how to install the furniture, but they're not the designers of the space. And so they want to bring the divas in on the design aspects so that we can start to bid on some of these larger projects that need systems furniture with interior design.
That
So
is moving
that's
and
something
grooving.
new that we're really looking forward to. And then we're also my design partner Denise started a dog bed line and she just went to Pet Expo, and there's a huge interest. And the fabric on the dog bed is Krypton, and the Krypton fabric is moisture resistant, stain resistant, and odor resistant.
Okay,
so
listen.
it's for pets.
Denise, you out there?
All right, Jada. Jada is about to
needs a
come
new
up.
bed.
Jada needs a new bed.
Jada's about to come up.
Jada, you finna get a bed, girl. Okay.
And we use the fabrics. We design it around your home so the dog bed doesn't look like it's an eyesore. So many of the dog beds you see They're not cute. These are fashionable dog beds.
Oh,
that
the
can match
fashionable
interior of
dog
your
bed for the
home.
fashionista.
Yes.
Oh.
Getting the bed. Custom dog beds.
Lord.
So we do
Where are
everything.
you? Where?
We're everywhere. But no, we have a website.
Okay.
At 3designingdivas.com. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram.
Same name?
Yes, 3 Designing Divas.
3 the number.
3 the number. Our logo's fairly distinct. It's the black with the diamonds.
With
black
the
and gold.
diamonds.
Yeah.
Very
So,
fitting. You have anything
Very
coming
fitting.
up that
Very fitting.
the people should be looking out for?
Just, look out for us. We're everywhere. So, and we're always available and if you have a design project, we are happy to help you, whether it's big or small.
What about decluttering?
Decluttering, we do that too.
You guys do organization?
We do.
Awesome.
We do. We do anything you can think of that has to do with the interior of your home.
Cool.
We can do that.
So what do you have coming up, Miss Syreeta, and where can the people find you?
The people can find me always at SyreetaButlerMFT.com. I don't know why I get confused with my website. Also, Instagram is SyreetaBMFT, and I'm on Facebook at SyreetaB. And what's coming up? I don't know. I'm moving and grooving.
All right.
Shaking and baking.
Miss Gia?
I don't really have anything coming up other than I'm moving into a new creative space. I'm going to be sharing a space with 2 designers in downtown LA, Aunt Funky's Closets and Lady Beyond. So I will be finishing up my transition there. Hopefully we'll have them on a show on a future episode about fashion because these ladies, they're awesome designers and stuff. So that's the only thing I really have coming up.
All right.
Where can we find you?
Oh, you can find me on Facebook at Mahogany Box or Facebook Mahogany Wraps, Instagram The Mahogany Box.
Awesome.
And we're still selling mugs and
and you can find our mugs and our tote bags and everything you want mahogany at shopthemahoganybox.com.
I just bought 2 mugs.
Yeah.
Cheers. And I have, I actually have a webinar.
Yep.
I have a webinar coming up tonight. So if any of you guys are trying to understand your branding and marketing, your PR, and how you can grow your business, I am on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter.
All of them. And she's
everywhere.
active on all of them.
And I'm going to teach you how to do that also. I also have a talk coming up at Occidental College. Awesome. It's a pretty important conversation with young people about mental health and people of color and how important it is to be aware of that. And we've continued to have these conversations and we will continue to have the conversations. It's not something that we can actually be silent about. So that's on the 15th of this month at Occidental. And if you're in the area, I'd love to see your face. I am also doing more trainings at different companies on branding, marketing, and PR. So you can always reach me. Yeah, I'm still on my little book tour. I'll be in Stockton. I'll be in Sacramento. I'll have something coming up in San Diego.
There you go.
I was going to Mississippi, but my uncle canceled his wedding, so
sorry.
Okay.
I'll be in the fall.
I was not ready for that one.
I know. But that's what's up, and you can always find me on Twitter and Instagram at PRBizMom or Sand and Shores. So I'm everywhere. SandAndShores or TonyaMcKenzie.com. So with that being said,
tune in on Monday, April 22nd for 420 Cannabis.
Hey.
The coffee is going to be strong
I might come back.
and bold.
And smoke filled, hopefully.
And full of flavor. There's so many flavors.
So many flavors.
So many flavors.
Have a good one.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Hot, bold, sweet, smooth, and always flavorful. Welcome to my morning coffee. 3 generations of successful women, brewed with black girl magic, and French press with class, sass, and style. Gia, Tonya, and Syreeta are my morning coffee.